Are Pokemon scalpers moving over to One Piece? I want to share my opinion as a game store owner. I know this can be a pretty controversial topic, so I'm excited to read all the comments about this video. I'm genuinely curious about other people's perspectives in the hobby, whether it's One Piece or Pokemon or other trading card games, because obviously there's a lot of parts to this. There's not one correct way to look at it. And I just want to share my perspective and some things I've noticed. So number one, One Piece for us has been pretty low on our total gross revenue. We've always ordered enough to support the local players or even just local collectors. We've never had to worry about running out of product to get the product to folks who wanted to get it from our local community. Now, when a set was really popular, like we're on set 14 for One Piece, so if a popular set comes out, of course there's folks calling us after we've sold out of it, and of course I would have wished to have had more. But how we had operated in the past as a smaller store, a lot of the product was available to folks who would regularly visit us or were active in our social media channels. So historically, One Piece has been pretty consistent for us to support our local community. Pokemon, on the other hand, has rarely been that way since we've been a store. There's been about a year and a half where product was super abundant for us as a store, and we had more than what we knew to do with it. So leading up to the holidays, last holiday season, around Sword and Shield era, we had a promotion for ETBs. That's how many Elite Trainer boxes we had for Pokemon at the time. But since then, since a year ago, about January, February last year, product has not been available. So historically, those are where we're at Pokemon One Piece. Now, I think that definitely, of course, scalpers will go where scalpers go. They're going to find whatever is hot, wherever the market is, and they're going to buy that product and scalp it. That's how it works. And I have my opinions on that, but I want to stick to just One Piece and Pokemon for this video. So I think that there is something that is not being talked about in this topic or in this conversation, and that's the amount of product available in Pokemon versus One Piece. It's very easy for that scarcity of product to be available for One Piece because it's so minimal. So you don't even need that many scalpers moving over to One Piece for the product prices to just explode. I'll show some screenshots of One Piece, a screenshot of Pokemon, and I'll kind of rotate through those with some text as I'm talking through it. But you can see that on One Piece, there's a lot less product available versus Pokemon. The number of listings in Pokemon is almost twice as much. And in One Piece, if you go on to TCG Player and you look at the listings, you have to go through to the second or third page sometimes to actually see listings of booster boxes. A lot of those listings on TCG Player, they should be removed according to their policy, but there'll be listings of like empty booster boxes or 6 packs, and they're listed under the booster box. So as you can see, because product is so seemingly scarce in One Piece, of course it's going to go up a lot quicker, a lot higher, because it's just the rule of supply and demand when it comes to TCGs and scalping. Of course, there's ways to mitigate it, and I'm happy to talk about that in another video and what we do at our store when it comes to things like this. But that's just my opinion. I think that I don't know how much printing operation or how much volume Bandai can do versus Pokemon. Of course, like Pokemon, they have their own printing facilities in the US now, so they are just rocking out product or able to rock out product. I don't know Bandai's limitations. That's something that maybe I'll share in a future video, and maybe I can do some research, but love to hear your experience and your opinions on the topic.